F-18 Hornet. Coming on board at the Shell Air and Sea Show now is Lieutenant Commander Tim Krukowski in the U.S. Navy F-18 Hornet.
The FA-18 is an all-weather aircraft, also used in an attack aircraft. And this one happens to be out of VFA-34, the Blue Blasters at Naval Air Station Cecil, Jacksonville. Watching now as he gives you a little demonstration of the tight turning radius capability of the FA-18, an extremely maneuverable aircraft. You can see the vortices coming off the tips of the wings. Again, the compression of the moisture and the heat, and giving us a little bit of a marker as to makes these turns.
This is another one of those aircraft that people just watch with their mouth open, Gibby. They just can't believe what the aircraft is capable of doing.
Right, he cuts in the afterburners. Right now we're seeing him in the carrier configuration, or just pulling out of it as the tail hook comes up in the gear, showing the power of the aircraft.
These guys love flying these planes, don't they?
Just about as much as the crowd loves hearing them come by when they make that big roar. And I was talking with Tim, and he tells me he gets up to about 570 miles an hour, or about Mach 0.93, just under the speed of sound when he comes by.
And this aircraft is also showing us the condensation that we talked about earlier as he puffs right through it.
Yes, and that makes an exciting picture.
One that's being viewed by one of the largest crowds ever to see an air show, and it's happening in Fort Lauderdale. It's all of something. He doesn't gradually go up. He goes up at a sharp angle. Look at those afterburners. Earlier, the F-18 was flown by Lieutenant Commander Tim Krukowski. What did you think of the crowd?
I was lucky enough to do this show in 1995, the first show, and the biggest show I've ever flown before in my life. I thought nothing could ever top it. So when I climbed to the same altitude today that I did in 1995 and looked down, I couldn't believe my eyes. It was twice as big. I would say in excess of 1.5 million people on the beach today.
And that's just on the beach, because now you've got people off of that log boom out there, and that's bigger than I've ever seen it.
4,000 to 5,000 boats. They're a mile deep out there.
Tim, I'll tell you, that's got to be a thrill for you, because you know that your aircraft is very special to this crowd. It's a thrill for them to see it.
It's for the American people. It's their airplane, sir.
Thank you, Tim.